Okay.
You so rude.
I know, right? She was right in the middle of telling me something.
So rude.
Sorry, I had to start the show. I because I think there's a time limit to how long we can start the show after
Okay.
the time we put in.
Okay.
So I just jumped on. I mean, we were half hour late anyway. So, well, not me, because I told Leanne I was going to be late, and she was
You know
supposed to
what? Stop it.
I said, Leanne, I'm going to be late. I have a couple things to do. I was fixing my
That's
car.
not what you said.
No, he's lying. He's lying.
Tell me what I said, Leanne. Please, I'm listening.
You said I'm working on my car.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to make it to the show.
Absolutely.
Might be there, but probably not.
Right.
So go ahead without me.
Right. Start the show, like I said. So where was the lie?
Because you said you was going to be late. You was making it seem like you were just going to be late and I was supposed to start the show.
You just said, I said I may be there, I might not.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going to argue with you.
The truth is something you can't argue with. I get it. So again, you're supposed to start the show. That's what you're supposed to do. And you didn't. So, but we're here now.
Okay.
We're here.
Let's just talk about the present, not the past.
Right. You know what I mean? How's everybody's week?
It's pretty good. Yeah. I think I'm finally back. I'm finally adjusted.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Lee
So
Little,
it's been a good week.
How's your week, Lee Little?
My week is awesome. Just released the book. And thank you.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Big things going on.
We're on Amazon, The Weight She Carried. We're on Barnes and Noble, The Way She Carried. Both electronically and physical book.
Okay.
So everybody go out there and purchase The Weight She Carried in a bookstore.
Yes.
Okay,
and
pick it
up.
You
get that, get mommy gets her smile back for all the little people in your life.
Let's go.
Yes.
So, grab that.
Yes.
Hey, yeah. So we're very, very excited. Again, that's two people on the panel who have books that have been published, right? Doc and Leanne. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna publish a joke book soon.
Okay, I can see that. Okay. Just talk about your life.
See that? It's the ones that's closest to you. You gotta watch them. Okay? That's what we call a backhanded comment. You know what I mean? Compliment. That wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. And you hear all the laughter? The laughter. But we'll move on. You know, I had a good week myself. Except for this weather is terrible. We needed the heat back up. So this is for sure. This is more like Leanne type weather. Who
I was about to say, I love it. It's great.
I can't stand it. The summer can't be over yet. Like, come on.
Right, and this is to me unjust.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
yes.
It's very unjust. Let's bring back this good weather. We don't need this. Let's hold off until it gets cool as December.
Yes.
December, January. If we could hold off to them, would be great. What's going on? Anything this week? Anything bubbling this week? Anybody want to talk about? Anybody see anything? So the one thing I did see was I think it was Jussie Smollett. I think it's her name. I guess the girl, his sister.
Oh, Journey.
There we go. I was all wrong. Don't worry about it.
Jesse is
Mr.
back.
Answer. So the girl, looked like she had she was divorced, and she was paying her ex-husband $7,000 a month in alimony and child support.
Wow.
Woo.
And then he took her back because he wanted half her pension.
Oh, jeez.
Disrespectful.
So there was a big uproar in does he deserve it? Why is he doing this? Get a job.
Well, he's entitled to it.
Well, there's that, the law.
Mhm.
And for me, it was like the other way, you usually don't hear a push, right? If it was like, oh, the woman got this, you usually don't hear same type of, well, how did it happen? What was he doing?
When Tiana Taylor got what she got, people were like, yeah, get your coins, girl, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she deserves it. So it's very interesting that how sometimes how it looks when the man he's almost like not looked at as the man. Even heard some men like, man, I wouldn't do that. I would, I wouldn't go back and 7,000 is enough. Why would you go? Well, I don't know how instrumental he was into her becoming an actress, and I don't know. I don't know if he. And the thing I thought was interesting, if he's getting child support, that must mean he has the children. That's interesting to me as well, for the children to be with him. So I say get all you can get, fellas.
And I have a different perspective on that.
Okay.
I think when you part, everybody leave with their own toys.
So you can't, right? Because if you've been together for so long, and while you're together, you amass this fortune together, right? Because
sometimes,
I would say maybe most of the time. Because whatever I'm doing in the home for you during that time is helping you. If I'm folding clothes, if I'm cleaning up, if I'm being a sounding board for you, or even someone to take that you take your anger and frustrations out. I'm earning a lot of that pay with you. You're not doing it alone. You
Unless
can't just
you're a bum.
what the other person is doing to you. Go ahead, Leanne. What do you say?
Unless they're a bum and not really doing or contributing anything.
Even that bum contributed because maybe their inactivity led you to work harder. So they are owed that person because they still made you work harder. So yeah,
I don't agree with that. If you came in with nothing, you leave with nothing. That's how I feel about it. Man or woman. That's how I feel about it.
But so we're negating what the other person is doing for you. You negate.
How about you work as hard as I'm working while we're together?
Maybe I can't.
Why?
Right? Because I'm home doing things that you can't do.
Like what?
If they had kids, it looked like he had the kids. I'm taking care of the kids while you're not here, and I'm making up excuses why you
we can pay somebody to take care of the kids, and you get a job.
Oh, so our kids don't know either one of us because you want to be out.
Hey, that's how it be sometimes.
So, but again, so to allow you to do, because guess what? Your job can be something different where you're home more too. So me doing this is allowing you to be out there. So we cannot ever discredit what the other person may be doing in that life for that person, and I see that, man or woman, that person there is providing something. Well, like I said, most times, or sometimes they may not be, but
sometimes they're not doing anything but helping you spend your money.
Helping you be stronger because you're like, I gotta get this away from you, and you work harder. See, look, even that is listen, that person is still helping you, right? When you get that acting job and you gotta be like, I'm sad because my husband ain't nothing. You have a real life experience. He helped you, okay?
Help you do that role.
He helped you with that part. He helped you with that. He developed a character, okay? So.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can't discredit what someone may or may not do for us.
Why is your picture me?
Right. That's very strange.
Because you signed in under me and you changed everything when you signed in. You.
Ah!
So since we're on that topic, what are your thoughts about child support?
I think it's necessary, but I don't. You muted yourself. I think it's
Yeah.
necessary, but I don't think it should be done
It's kind of
to the
yeah. Yes.
extent. Something's wrong with your mic.
Okay,
Say it
guys.
again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Start over, Daryl, because there's something wrong with your mic. Go ahead, Lee.
I think that it's necessary, but I don't think it's to the extent that some of the courts push it to. I don't think that because you're at one level and the other parent is at one level, then I have to make everything up because you aren't on my level.
Mm-hmm.
I think the the fairness is we split the bills of the kids down the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever the kid needs, the kid gets,
Mm-hmm.
and then I supplement, you know, the rest. But as far as practically taking 70% of somebody's check,
Mm-hmm.
that to me is outrageous. And even sending somebody to jail for non-payment is outrageous, because how can I, work and do anything when you locking me up?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they've gone so far as to like take people's licenses and stuff. Like
Right.
now I really can't work. You took my
Right.
license, you took my business license, and that's no way for me to pay child support.
Exactly. No, we can't hear you.
We cannot
Still
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I think a lot of times people use it as a way to get back at the other person.
Yes. Yes. And I don't think it should be used as a tool of revenge.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be just treated fairly,
Mm-hmm.
and both parents get what the child needs,
Mm-hmm.
and go from there. It's people that, you know, practically start a business off of the other person's child support.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially, and I don't like it when the person is paying child support and is not going to the kid.
Yeah.
It's going to other things like getting her feet done, nails done, this, that, and the third. And then you turn around and re-ask me for more money
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't spend the money that was given on the child.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, and I've heard people say, well, because I have the child with me, I need to do all these things. Like, but do you really?
Right.
Do you really? And the child sees none of the money.
Right.
I see it all the time. But they do like it's people get like real crazy with that.
It gets
People
out of
that
hand.
yeah, yeah, and
It
it's
gets
it's
out of hand.
interesting that people who I don't want to say that. I was gonna say people who've had nothing go in on somebody to get all this money every month.
Am I back yet?
You're back
Yes.
now. You're back.
Okay, there we go.
You're back. And I mean, I hear what Daryl's saying about their contribution, but I agree with you too, Lee, that sometimes people haven't contributed anything but pain.
Right.
Again, that's still something they gave you. You can grow from pain, right? You sometimes you can't be a real actress. You can't work well without experiencing real pain.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? This person is a something to grow from. Now, you guys said again, if about the money and children, if someone has the children more, they should get more money. Because you got to take care of them, right? Uh, Daryl, send Vaughn the link. Okay, it's in the room, I believe. We'll send it again. But yeah, so I mean, I think I understand because the children should not be have to have less now because the two people split, right? So
and I would agree with that.
Suffer.
But a lot of times it's not actually used for the child.
Well, tell me how. Tell me more. What do you mean?
Lee made a perfect example. You going to the salon and getting your feet and your nails done. That's not for the child.
But how do we know that's the child's money and that's not the mom's money or the dad's money to use the nails?
Because if you have no job and no income, that's where the money is coming from.
Well, if your nails are not done, you scratch your child, you're gonna get a Dykens case.
You know
so
what?
You need to have your nails.
See what I'm saying? I'm real.
you need to have it done for that reason.
Stop it. You can do your nails yourself.
Well, you could, but also, come on, for the mental health of the parent, if she wants to get her nails, he wants to get his nails done, I'm not going to trip over that. Right. Now, if they're doing lavish trips and things of that nature, okay, but are we really crying because this person is getting their nails done?
You know how much nails cost?
$100 to get your nails done? Okay.
Yeah.
But if the child support is $200 and you spent half on you, and now you say, "Oh, I need $100 more for the kid," but you spent the other $100 on yourself.
Well, sometimes what's given the child support is not enough to cover what the child needs.
That's not what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. So listen, you also have to pay for the headache that you're dealing with the kids all day long. And
so now you got to be paid for the choice you made.
The choice we made, because I didn't make this by myself. So I mean, right? There's some people don't abuse it. So you're right.
Yes,
I think that we have to find a happy medium, but I just want to make sure the kids are Vaughn. The link is in the room. All right. So I mean, sometimes we have to. It does have to be a happy medium. I think sometimes people do the most, but you picked them, so you have to deal with it. That's all too, right?
True that.
You picked them. You have to deal with it, man or woman. You picked them. So, and that's the big thing with the Journey Smollett, because when he went back to get part of the pension, they said that I guess they only been married maybe say like 10 years, something 10, 11 years. She was acting before that. So they were saying the pension started way before they were together. But someone pointed out, and I'm like, I didn't think about this. When did she get hot? When did that pension really start accruing money? When did it really hit at the top? So was it during the time that he was helping her become the best she could be? So then maybe he is owed that in that sense.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think it takes up a specific mindset, because when I leave somebody or break up with somebody, I don't want nothing from them. I don't want your money. I don't want your house. Right. I don't want, I don't want that from you, because I'm going to get away from you and do what I need to do for me.
Right. And that's why I need to get paid. I need to get paid because you're your type of, see, I got to deal with you, Doc. That's why I would need to get paid.
Brian Rose said, y'all on that child support stuff?
Yes.
Damn, I just paid my child support payment today.
Look at that. Look at that, good brother. He had to pay his way.
If it's ordered, you got to do it. That's just how it is.
Yes. And too. I mean, child support is contingent upon like how many nights you have them. So there's a lot that goes into child support, right? So if you have them half the week, then it's not as much, right? But if you have them,
it takes a specific mindset to even go there.
Go with
to even look for it.
Child support?
I do a little self-disclosure. When I was single, a single parent, I didn't do that. I'm like, you do what you do. You want to do, you do. You don't want to do, you don't do.
Right.
Because I'm
You're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. A lot of these people aren't grown women. And I think you guys said a lot of it is vindictive. A lot of this is I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove you leave me. I'm going to hurt you any way I can. And it's going to be through the court system and seeing your child. And I'm making, yeah, you can't see him. And what you doing with her? And he ain't got no clothes. But again, you picked him. Can't cry. We all can't pick a doc. See? Most of these people are scandalous.
And that's the thing. And, that's when you get into, using your kids as pawns, right, and using your kids as a weapon against the other person.
Right.
And then you get to the subject of, I know we had this discussion a while back where sometimes people, they get pregnant and then the other person says, look, I don't want to be bothered with this. Like the dude, the young boy that just paid all the money up front so that he doesn't have to be bothered ever again.
That wasn't true.
It wasn't true? Mm-mm. Okay. Well, I'm glad you told me that.
But he still said, I don't want anything to do with that baby.
Okay.
And he'll pay
but he didn't give her any money?
No, they said that wasn't true. That those were like just false things that they put out.
Oh, that's good.
Because that doesn't work. You can't pay up front because they're still going to want more. Every time you get a rating or something, they're going to take you back. That type of situation is going to be hectic. They're going to pocket watch you, and every time something happens, they're going to look and try to get more from you. So people wish they.
But there are situations, in which the person says, "Yeah, you got pregnant, but I don't want to be bothered."
Right. And I think that's okay.
I need you to get rid of it or do whatever, keep me out of it.
Right. And I don't know. I really think that's what should happen because we both lay down and make it. I think we both can make a decision if we want to be part of it. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't be made to do things. That's wild. But law is what law is. Mm-hmm. Backwards. Anything else?
Something I keep seeing a lot, and I guess because menopause is a huge topic right now, but Halle Berry is advertising this specific device that's supposed to help women in menopause, but it's very expensive. So everywhere
what does the device do? I'm sorry, give me a little bit more background on the device.
It's a device that's supposed to help women. Can we say this? I guess yes, every time she says vagina, it gets bleeped out. But it's supposed to help women kind of like rejuvenate their vaginal area. So
we need to use this
red light, huh?
We need to be able. Red light. I'm gonna get a red light tomorrow. Hey, anybody want their vagina rejuvenated? I got a red light for you. I'm sorry, doctor. I don't know. Don't even.
It uses red light therapy, and it's supposed to help rebuild tissue and all that kind of stuff. And she has an advertisement where she's saying, "I've been using this, and now I'm as juicy as a peach." And she talks about how it has worked for her. And but what I'm seeing a lot in the comments is that women are saying it's so expensive. So the people that actually need this, we can't really afford it.
Well, we don't let everybody get this. Some peaches.
So everybody shouldn't be juicy.
No, some peaches don't need you dry raisins. Some need to be stay raisins, right? We only want the creme de la creme, but we want to have a tier of this, and these are the juicy ones, and these are not. Like, Halle Berry and juicy sound good together. Some people might not sound as good.
It just made me think about, all the things that are advertised as good for you, healthy, things that make you better are out of the reach of the average person.
So Doc, I think, and this is just what I'm just reminding right now, they're doing it because they know that people will do whatever they have to get this, like BBLs. There's girls getting it done, and they got to sell off their firstborn. They're getting that BBL. So maybe they put it so high because they know. To get it. Yeah, or that, well, it's again, see, that's called an investment land. I don't understand. You're investing in a juicy punani so that you can get the new stepdad. Like, what are we talking about here? I think that's smart. That's smart. You're using your money to get return. That's going to yield some returns. Okay, so I don't see anything wrong with that. So don't hate on people trying to make their child's life better because whoever wasn't in it. Go out there and get the juicy poon on you, everybody. Whatever it is, Holly Berry got red light therapy. I'm gonna get a light. So I can, whatever it costs, I'm gonna do half of it. Actually, almost a fourth of that. Mm-hmm. I'll do it for free. Okay, listen.
Get your boy, Lee.
Nah, he on his own with that one.
Let me look and put in my red light. Google this and get this put in my Amazon cart right now. Okay.
Have them lined up at your door. Treatments every week.
Hey, grand opening Monday. Okay, grand opening Monday. Red light therapy to make you juicy. Like
a mess.
Who don't want to be juicy? Come on. And that's what they're going to do. That's crazy. And I wonder if it really works. And again, I don't want to hear her say she's juicy. I want to hear the dude she with say she's juicy. Because she says she's juicy, she could be lying. I don't believe her. That's a cat.
It could be.
Dry in the desert. I'm juicy. You're not.
Compared to what, right?
Right. So what we're saying, so menopause dries you up. Sometimes for some people
it does because of the hormones. It could make you, not produce as much, you drier. And one of the advertisements, she talks about if you feel like you have razor blades in your vagina, because some people describe it that way.
I don't want, if you ever describe anything like that with your vagina, please leave me alone. That's not something I ever want to hear. It's like razor blade. Wait, please, could you get away from me? Wow.
Yeah, but menopause does a whole lot to women. It just really does a lot, and all the things that supposedly help us are expensive, or they present possibly some kind of danger, like hormone replacement therapy. Most people are afraid of that because of they say there's an increase in cancer risk. So it's so much stuff. I mean, I'm glad people are talking about it more, talking about menopause, and it's not like this hidden thing that happens to old people, So I'm glad they're talking about it, and I'm glad they are working on things to help women. But I hope that they make things accessible.
Well, what age does it start about? I need to know so I can.
It varies.
Knock that age.
It varies. I mean, if you have a hysterectomy because of some reason in your 30s, you can go into menopause.
Ruth said, "Juicy ain't cheer."
Not.
What'd she say?
Juicy
ain't cheer. Boy, ha 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 ha.
No, cheat. And she said cheat.
She meant cheat.
Okay.
Juicy ain't cheat.
Juicy's free for most. You dry raisins, razor blades. That's something you got to work out with yourself. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's not everybody. So, what she said?
She said, started for me at cheap.
At what?
Cheap.
At cheap.
Ruth, we don't know what you're talking about.
Ruth said, shut up, Daryl.
We don't know what you're talking about.
The age that it starts can vary widely.
Okay, varies. Okay. Yeah. So that's a new question. Are you anywhere near menopause? Because we are. It's not going to work. Okay.
Really, Daryl? So now you who are in menopause?
I don't know who's running it for somebody who's dry, raisin, and razor blades. I don't know if that's high on my list of things that I want to be part of.
Ruth said started at.
You made it seem so great. Like, oh, this is what I want.
Ruth said started at 52 for her.
Okay.
Well, you had a good 52 years, and then California raisins. What else we got? Leanne, just put something up. But that's not everybody with menopause. Some people still can be juicy.
Yeah, right. So the age varies, the symptoms vary, how it presents varies. So yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is very interesting.
Whatever, dog. I'm not gay, bro. I'm not, bro. Y'all gay. Whatever, dog. I'm not gay.
He's not gay. Okay.
Hey, can y'all tell me if this make me gay? My man's invited me to a bachelor party. So when I get there, none of the strippers is trying to get down. So he walk up to me. He like, I want you to meet somebody. He like, this my man's Rodney. So I'm like, what up, though? Me and Rodney get to kicking it. Rodney get a few drinks, and Rodney like, yeah, I'm a trans man. I'm like, what do that mean? He said, I used to be a woman. I transitioned into a man. I'm like, that's crazy. We get a few more drinks. Rodney get to showing me all the pictures from when he used to be a woman. He like, this is how I looked. He started showing me pictures of when he had titties. He even started showing me pictures and videos of him squirting. So I'm like, you still can do this? He like, I still got the parts for the squirting. Say less. We sneak off. We go in the bathroom. I'm killing Rodney from the back. Killing Rodney. They all bust in, taking pictures, recording. Telling, we knew you was gay. How? This is a woman. It's a vagina. Bro, whatever.
Will, did you hear that, Doc, or no?
I heard some of it. I heard him talking about he was killing Rodney from the back.
Well, yeah, play it again. Play it again, Leanne, please. This is one worth hearing the whole thing before we give our takes on it. Okay. I need everybody in the comments to please. He asked the question: does it make him gay? Just say yes or no in the comments. Just let us know. We're gonna play it again. Want to hear it? Like to hear it? Here we go.
Hey, can y'all tell me if this make me gay? My man's invited me to a bachelor party. So when I get there, none of the strippers is trying to get down. So he walk up to me. He like, I want you to meet somebody. He like, this my man's Rodney. So I'm like, what up, though? Me and Rodney get to kicking it. Rodney get a few drinks, and Rodney like, yeah, I'm a trans man. I'm like, what do that mean? He said, I used to be a woman. I transitioned into a man. I'm like, that's crazy. We get a few more drinks. Rodney get to showing me all the pictures from when he used to be a woman. He like, this is how I looked. He started showing me pictures of when he had titties. He even started showing me pictures and videos of him squirting. So I'm like, you still can do this? He like, I still got the parts for the squirting. Say less. We sneak off. We go in the bathroom. I'm killing Rodney from the back. Killing Rodney. They all bust in, taking pictures, recording. Telling, we knew you was gay. How? This is a woman. It's a vagina. Bro, whatever, dog. I'm not gay, bro.
Wow.
W.L. Smith said, stud finder.
Hilarious. So, what do we think, Doc? What do we? What do we
I think that I think that he says this is to him it's a woman. And even though he is presenting as a man, he still has the parts of a woman. So like I don't think it makes him gay.
If you say I was chilling with him and then I'm tearing Rodney up from the back, he's has a vagina. It's all off. Now, I believe what I see would have me confused, even though the vagina, still you're looking at the guy, right? A male presenting person. So that to me would, I don't know how.
I don't know. The only thing he doesn't have is his breasts anymore. He still has a vagina. Right. He might have a low cut. I mean, how else is he presenting like a man other than maybe a low cut? I don't know. He might be dressed just like a man.
And he must have looked like a man because when he said I'm a trans man, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And then he even had to go further, like, well, do you still does it work down here?
It still work like that.
Those questions automatically lead me to say I'm cool on this one.
Okay.
It's too much. It looks one, he presents one way, but then you're saying it's a girl. To me, it's like you're trying to get the best of both worlds. You're trying to say, you know what, I'm not really this, even though I like this, because this has this. It's like men who mess with women, trans women, and that still have their unit.
Mm-hmm.
And they like them because they're woman presenting, but then they need the unicorn part to really fulfill them.
Yeah, and I think it's different because I think if he had a penis and then he was saying, well, I was tearing him up from the back, that would be different. But because he has a vagina, it's like, this is what women have. This is what I like because I like women.
Is it?
It's still a vagina.
But again, it's attached to something. So that would be if it's a hole down there at that point attached to something that looks like it. So we could try to play like, no.
If she was a woman and hasn't had the operation to change to give her a penis, she still has her real vagina.
So if she had a penis thing, if she got it pulled out.
That's what I'm saying. If he had a penis and he was still like, yeah, I'm tearing Rodney up, that would be different.
How? It's still a woman. That's still a woman at the end of the day. Right? So how would that be different? That part didn't change who that is.
But that part isn't that part. I don't know. Now you're making me confused.
Right? if
this just walked into the door.
Hey, what's that,
man?
Say hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Good.
Oh.
I disappeared.
Yes. All right. So yeah, I'm
Leah,
confused.
What do you say, man?
Because I think that he told himself Rodney's still a girl, even though he was calling him Rodney. I think he told himself Rodney's still a lady, a woman.
I don't know how he could when he kept using the pronoun he.
Yeah.
I think his friends from the story knew what time it was with him and did this on purpose because they said, we knew you was this. Like we knew you would take the bait.
Yeah, because Rodney has the other part. That's why.
Listen, he said he was tearing Rodney up from the back, which means everything he saw in front of him gave him what he needed to see enough where this hole is just a hole. But it looks like what I'm looking at is male presenting. What do you think, Leanne? William said he's off like Chick-fil-A workers on a Sunday. Go ahead.
I think it makes him that. I think it makes him.
Oh wow, Lee!
I'm sorry, it does. It does. Because when you first initially meet this man, you believe it's a man. Any more investigation shouldn't be done. Whether or not he used to be her.
I'll be right back, y'all.
He has a man in his name. He's still a trans man.
You know what, Leanne? You just raised a great point. Because what if that person was and they really were man? No, I'm really a woman.
Right.
Like it didn't take too much twisting of his arm to say, let's go.
Right. He was on the popping from the rip.
Yeah,
29 seconds. All he needed.
They just met and they were like, let's drink together. Let's creep off to the side together. Yeah, that's wild.
He was on that type of time.
Yeah, that's interesting, to say the least.
He was clocking Rodney from the door.
Hey, who that? Who Rodney? Who mans is that? Who mans is that? want to grab drink, Ronnie? He was like, yes, I do.
W.L.
Very
Smith
interesting.
says, I'm not investigating Rodney.
Just calling him Rodney is throwing me off. Hey, Rodney, you want to do this again? Wait, what? I'm all right. I'm cool. That's it. That's different. That's different.
That's
It's
real
very
different.
interesting. It's a lot of moving parts in that, so I don't know how to quite navigate it, but I just know it wouldn't work for me. And again, it just wouldn't be. It's not my cup of tea. I'm like, cool, good luck.
Yeah,
You
even
know?
even if he went back to women, well, you know what I mean.
He said he never left. I mean, how he tell me.
Exactly. And he described the story. It's like I would be like, no, you too close to the edge, my boy.
Yeah, that's
I don't
tough.
know what side you on.
Again, he said I've been on the same side.
Because if you allow that, then you might allow yourself to think that anal's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because it's a hole.
Yeah. It was attached to a woman. Yes.
No.
Absolutely. A man and woman can do whatever they like together, or a man and a man, or whoever. Whoever can do whatever you like together. I don't think that, if you're into that, it's cool. I don't think it was wrong. Now it's personal choices, and people can say, "Oh, I don't like the cool," or "I like this cool," but I don't think that.
No.
Again, not for you. I understand.
W.L. Smith says it's not even a gender fluid name.
Right. So yeah, it's Rodney. You feel me? It's not like Terry. You know, it's not something that that could be either or. You can't even see. You have to say Rodney hard. Like there's no way to say Yo, this is my girl Rodney. Like you can't even do it no other way but real hard. Like it doesn't make sense. And if I have to say Rodney in a sentence, my penis isn't getting hard in that instance. So this is not working. Like, yeah, I'm about to go holler at Rodney. He's taking the night off. Give me something else, Leanne, because we're getting away from Rodney and this
Well, we're
guy
not going to go far.
Okay. Well, here we go.
We're not going to go far.
This is Leanne. So if we have anything, send it to her socials, okay? The comments she carried is going to be the next book. Okay, what is this?
This is what they call the red dress run. It's straight men dressed in red dresses for charity. So my thing is, some of them are taking it a little too far.
Well, everybody involved is taking it too far, but go ahead. It's going to start right there. Everybody's taking it too far, but go ahead.
Is this cool for charity?
Anything is cool for anybody. I don't understand why this would be a way to go. I don't know what this is about. Who is it for? And what are they raising charity for?
I don't know. I don't know that part. Hold on. It's in New Orleans to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for a local cause such as food, housing, animal welfare, and community health.
Yeah, but this is not. I don't think this is how. Well, again, how much is it raising?
Thousands of dollars.
Not enough. So yeah, we could try something else.
I saw another post, same guys, and the lady said, "What? Keep your gay ass there.
Wow.
Is it enough to break up with your dude over?" Yeah, my man got a matching handbag.
See, again, I don't know. I thought the red dress run. I didn't know accessories were included.
Right.
So I still don't understand what the dress has to do with anything. I don't know why you have to, I guess, poke fun at yourself that way to raise something. So I don't understand that part.
W.L. Smith says Rodney was definitely there.
I think it wouldn't be for me. So, I mean, everything has, people go do things that they like to do. So,
Okay.
it just wouldn't be for me.
Your boy, your homie.
I love my homie. If you want to do it.
You don't look at him no type of way.
Nah, probably already knew. No. Nah, like you want to wear a dress and run around the city? Okay. I mean, you do what you want to do.
Okay.
I don't understand it, but bro, do what you do.
Do you think this hurts images of men?
So I would say, if we talk about the black community, which is kind of closed-minded as it is, I do feel like this is something that wouldn't go over good in the black community because we kind of aren't really, as a whole, open to these type of things. It's called the Red Dress Run. It's to raise money for something.
Okay.
And it looked like someone broke up with their over running in it. And again, it's a red dress run, but I see bags and everything, and it feels like people are like, I always wanted to be out like this, and this is how I can, outside of Halloween, I can dress the way I want to dress. Okay. So I don't know. It just wouldn't be for me. I'm not sure of the organization who's throwing it. I mean, it's going to attract the people that want to do it. I just think that it's not a great look. I don't understand why men are in dresses, and running up the street. I don't know if that's even comfortable. It doesn't look comfortable. Do women normally get in dresses and go for runs? I don't think they do. So it's not fitting. But again, do what you want to do, because it wouldn't be for me.
I mean, my man is posing with his leg out, showing all thigh meat.
I mean, sometimes a dress may make you feel like a woman.
I feel like a woman.
Yeah, it may bring it out you. I don't know. I would have to know more about this, the conception of it, how it started, why it started. It just doesn't seem like something that, and again, you couldn't do that in a lot of places. Like I said, some places, men will hurt you for that, right? They're not really accepting for that. And I'm not saying it's right, but there's, men are closed-minded in certain areas, certain backgrounds, things of that nature. They are not accepting that. So, yes, that's hey, do what you do, just be safe. And I'm not coming. I support that. I can't. Yeah, interesting. Give me something else, Leanne. I don't know how we got there. How can you find that? What is going on in your algorithm? Men in dresses with the thigh meat out. That's what you look for, thigh meat. That's what came up, probably.
Shut up.
You told me the other day that you feel like kids should disrespect their parents.
Wait.
How many of you guys in this room would like to raise your children to be strong-minded, independent-thinking, ambitious kids or adults, right? If you were going to instill that, part of that is confidence, part of that is voice, part of that is knowing I have value. And I'm talking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. the first place they practice voice is on you guys. My mother would say, Ellie, go do the dishes. And I would be like, why didn't you ask one of them? And that would get me popped. But if you're teaching your child to be confident, to be strong, to value their voice, they should ask those kinds of questions. And it allows you to parent them. We shouldn't translate that as disrespect.
In the 1900s,
that was disrespect
I would never think to talk back. I would never even think to talk to my parents the way my kids talk to me.
We confuse respect for silence. And I think that's a problem. If I say, go paint the house, and the child says, yes, ma'am, and goes paint, we think, oh, that's such a respectful child. But that same child, if some strong-willed 17-year-old kid in high school says, let's go skip school, they're going to say, yes, sir. Like, we have to teach them to question, why am I painting the house? I should understand the context of the life that I live in. Why am I painting the house? For these reasons. Okay, now it makes sense to me, and I understand, and I can do things that I understand and push back on things I don't.
That's why white folks got kids on leashes in the malls. Like that.
Yeah, I
Run free,
Yeah, I don't agree with you with that.
A child, they have thought without wisdom. So you might ask the child to mow the lawn, but in their child brain, you asked me to paint the house. It's not, you have to help me understand the world in which I live. And I think it's both ends of the spectrum. If the child says, I want to play basketball and I need $600 Jordans, I don't think it's enough to just say, oh, you got good grades. You want to sit them down and explain to them, like, this $600 is hard to earn.
That's right.
And you're worth it. And then that child thinks they have value. But remember, guys, like, they get confidence, they get thought, they get spontaneity before they get wisdom. I'm from a generation where the smack in the face was the teacher. And I'm saying conversation needs to be the educator. You have to change what your child sees when they look in a mirror and they see themselves.
I'm gonna stop it there, but you get the gist of what he's saying.
Yes.
Doc, I mean, I see you shaking your head, Doc, in agreement. So tell me more.
You know, I think especially in the Black community, I agree with him in that we take silence and blind obedience as the way to raise our kids. We often don't let them have a voice. We often don't give them choices because it's all about just do as I say. And you're raising them, like he said, to follow anybody with some strong authority and not question what's going on around them.
I think where I don't
respect is different than fear.
Yeah, but see, where I don't agree in the sense that there are some things that as a parent you tell your child they're just supposed to do, right? Like I'm saying, your chores the dishes, do the dishes. I don't know how you're asking why. That's something you have to do, right? But there are some things that we can talk about. Right? The chores should have been already talked about. So if your kid is asking why is mine not doing something, it should have been, again, I do think we could explain better, but you're not going to ask me why you're not doing something I told you to do, you little bill that I pay everything for. And you're out your rabbit ass mind, get over there and do the dishes because I said so for the most part. But again, I think also that that's not the only training you do. You still talk to your kids about other things and other situations and things of that nature. So I think there are some things that kids should just do because as a parent, I'm asking you to do this. If I ask you to go cut the grass and you're asking me why, do you want to eat tonight? Simple, right? It's a bartering system. You don't have to do anything, nor do you have to eat. Cutting the grass, I see, because you're hungry. Okay. So I do agree, like, I don't know about hitting people to make them acquiesce and things of that nature. No, we're going to talk about it, but I just don't think a child being disrespectful at any time is, like, even how they ask the question, right? That's wild. You don't think, why I have to do that? Why am I doing that? I would teach them how to ask, like, well, look, I've done this the last 3 times. Could they do it? That's a little bit more respectful. Respect and respect. There's never a time where anyone should disrespect anyone. A child or adult or anybody. So if he thinks it's okay for a child to disrespect you, remember, as that child gets older, that disrespect is going to get older as well. So the message you may be thinking you're giving out may not be received as well. And when they get older, when they say, I ain't doing it, then what? Because you already taught them they can be disrespectful. They're not even asking in a respectful way.
And I think that it's a matter of definition, because disrespect doesn't mean that I don't. A child isn't necessarily disrespectful because they want a voice, because they want to know why something.
But it's how they approach it, right? So with my my daughter, I'm like, listen, you can rebut anything one time,
Okay.
right? So she knows whatever it is, you have one time to rebut. I'll give you my answer, whatever the answer is. That after that, that's what it is.
Okay.
Because I'm not going back and forth with you, right? But I want it, like, you have a voice, you can use it in a respectful way, right? But we have these conversations. She knows this is the rules. You have this, right? But there's some things that you don't have a choice in. Like, you have to clean your room because we talked about this already. So at this point, there is no bartering about this at this point. You have to do the dishes every night.
And that is different if you've talked about it. A lot of times with our children and even in our relationships, we make rules and the other person don't know that the rule is there until they break it.
Right. And that's it. Really.
Now, did that change over the years? I'm sure you didn't have this one-time rebuttal thing when she's like 5.
Not
Is
true.
So
okay. I'm sorry. For me, it's been pretty much as she's been able to, as she's really been able to formulate words and concepts, things of that nature. I've had the same conversation with her since she was little. Like, still to this day, she's 12 years old. If I use the magic number, which I've been using since like 2, if I start counting 1, 2, whatever she's doing, she's done. She stopped. She knows she can't do anything. It's over. Whatever it is. And it's so interesting to me because I'm really like, whenever she presses this, after 2 is 3. After 3 is 4. After 4 is 5. There is no consequence, really, because there never was a consequence. Like, I don't put my hands on her or do anything. I just say, listen, if the third time you're going, whatever the consequence may be, but I have never got to the 3 yet. And so she's 12 and she still does it. I think because it's ingrained in her, because I've done it since she was young, right? And I've always did things to make sure we're able to talk or learn how to talk to her, even as far as a parent having different type of therapies with the child to learn how to talk to them, to make sure I'm doing the things right. So I try to do everything I could to be the best parent I could. Because I don't know about most people, but I lost her instructions at the hospital. I couldn't find them when she was born. So I didn't really know how to work her. So I had to work myself to learn how to work her. So yes, we've always pretty much been that. And, she may test some things, but it seems like she's easily, to me, redirectable at this point. Like, I'm like, look, you had your time. This is what it is. We're done. She may. And then I'm like, look, you have the asthma, your asthma acting up again. I hear you breathing hard. Go sit on a step and get yourself together. And then she'll go sit on herself and get herself together. But yeah, I think that parenting starts at a young age. I hate when people say they got to wait till 4 or 5. You don't wait too long, baby, because their life, like, they have some things that are ingrained in them at 4 or 5 that are going to be very difficult to change. So I started as soon as I could, trying to be very repetitive on what I say, what I do, what I mean, try to mean what I say, try not to have idle threats, but that's just what I've learned by, again, doing the work. I had to do the work. I didn't just try to wing it. I tried to do as much work as possible. Not that I'm perfect, but I tried to just try, and I think that's helped out a lot with communication and things of that nature where we can pretty much have open conversation. And like I said, she's 12 and she still uses the magic number. That's crazy.
Ruth said, kids need and want structure.
I 100% agree.
Huh?
I said I agree. Go ahead.
Okay. She says cognitively, kids' behaviors are formed by the age 3.
Right. Very interesting. What do you think, Ann? Did you give your?
What are you doing over there?
I'm minding my business.
Oh, are we really? Is that what we're doing?
That's what I'm doing. I was talking about a wave. So Well, you didn't give your take. What do you think, Leanne?
I think I don't have a tick. I don't have kids.
But kids you're around, and I know you have people that you're actually close to that maybe kids that you grew up around you, under you, and how do
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think there's a level of respect that you give regardless. You can ask me whatever. You can
Right, right,
say whatever, just as long as it don't come out of your mouth disrespectfully.
right, right.
Um, then I'm not going to talk to you anymore because I can do that.
But I think
Send you
that
right
that is
home to
very
mama.
important. I think the important part too is that as a parent, you shouldn't be talking to your child disrespectful. That's a problem too. If you're talking to your child disrespectful, what are you teaching them really? So the same way you are respect, you have to treat them with respect.
And
And
a
I think
lot
a
of
lot of
parents
parents don't do it.
they don't understand that. They don't
Right,
want to hear that.
right, 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 right. And
What you
that's a
mean I
big
gotta
problem.
respect them? You serious? They don't want to hear that.
Right. And that becomes a problem going forward. And they're like, oh, I'm
I
being
try to tell people,
disrespectful.
kids do what they see. I don't care what you
Right.
say,
Absolutely
they
right.
do what they see.
Absolutely. When they in school talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, your child was acting up at school today, they weren't listening. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Like,
exactly. The
I
same behavior.
sound like you was in my classroom. People gotta understand, like kids metabolize what you do almost more than what you say. Right? They're gonna repeat those actions sometimes. You can say something all day, but if you're doing something opposite, they pick up on them actions.
That's right.
You know? So
That's
you
right.
can't be disrespectful to your kids. You shouldn't be cutting your kids out. That's why I want to have people do that.
Yeah.
You have to respect them. Like I said,
Bruce,
respect is respect. Go ahead.
Bruce said, agreed, Daryl. I know a girl who called her daughter the B word
I hate
so
when that
much,
happens.
That's
so
terrible.
much she actually thought it was her name.
That's terrible.
Shake my head.
Yeah, that's OD. That means there's some other problem in the house. But yeah, that's crazy. How are you speaking to your child that way? That, that's tough. We have to do better, but definitely respect our kids and like I said, give them. They do need room to ask questions and things of that nature. But like I said, I think it should all be respectful. If they don't respect you at home, they definitely don't respect someone in the streets. And we want them to respect authority.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say, that I have the same thing in school. Like Zoriana, if a teacher says something to you and you think they're wrong, you're allowed to voice whatever you want to voice one time. Like, I don't want you going back and forth with any adult, right? You say, hey, and then after that, if it's still not resolved, you come tell me or your mother, and then we will go deal. We'll take it to the next step. But yes, you can say what you like. You don't have to accept anything you don't feel is right. Right. And if it's really bad, I just want you're allowed to walk out of the classroom, go sit in the office and tell them to call me. Right. If you really feel like something that's harmful or something that seems weird or off, please. Because like I don't want a child just following what someone is telling them to do and it's something could happen to them. So
right, just because they're in a position of authority, right.
Right. So I do that. And but I also know you better be right. Don't have him come up here looking like a fool. Because when I come, I'm coming. But don't give me no half story about nothing. So, what you got for us, Leanne?
I hope it don't sound like I hate it when I say this, but just hear me out. I love when I see a woman who just like posted about her breakup and she's already glowing. All I can think about is her next phase of life is about to be her best phase of life. I am a firm believer that breakups are catalysts to becoming the best version of yourself. Like hate that gonna cry a little bit, hate the heartbreak, hate all the yada 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 wada wada wada. What I'm telling you is the joy you have experienced does not compare to what you're getting ready to experience. Baby, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Girl, Life is about to get a whole lot better. It's about to get a whole lot more joyful, peaceful,
Mm,
colorful.
okay.
I'm a firm believer that breakups are the catalyst for women to becoming their best selves. When you're dealing with it, now hold on.
I'm gonna stop it there. You get the point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the point. Sorry.
So my thing is this. Um, she's talking about a glow up and come up and pushing towards her goals and getting your life back on track and
Mm-hmm.
going in the right direction and being peaceful with yourself, loving on yourself, everything like that. Doc, why does it take most, especially black women, to go through that type of hardship or a hardship, a breakup, in order to start saying, hey, I need to love on me. I need to get me together.
I think it's because we are often taught that when we're in a relationship, even when we have kids, all our energy should be focused on that and none on ourselves. So it's not until we don't have those things that we feel like we're able to focus on ourselves, which isn't right. You should be able to focus on yourself and have a healthy relationship, being a healthy, emotionally well balanced parent, but I think that it's because we're often taught that we have to give it all to everything else.
Mm.
Very interesting. I think everybody doesn't need to access to social media and post things. Um, I think that we should be able to put people's social medias on time. Like that was retarded. That was dumb. You're on timeout for a year.
You're rude. You're rude.
As many breakups as I've seen, and people have not glowed up. They're breaking up every 3 to
They
4
haven't
months.
glowed up or growed up.
No, they can't. They can't. So they done broke up 4 times this year alone, and I haven't seen the glow up. I haven't seen the growth. I didn't see the good things coming. So I'm confused. So what she should say, hey, breakups mean you need to go to therapy because you need help. You need to clean up whatever's going on with you. Because obviously breakups can be traumatic, right? You almost can grieve for a breakup. So go get some help before you destroy another life. It seems like she says, keep destroying lives to help your life glow up.
What do you think it is, Lee?
I think there's a level of not having enough self-worth, not being instilled with that type of love and care throughout your childhood and coming up, looking forward in other people. Then you get into these relationships where the person is not genuine with you. They're not caring for you.
It's the person's fault.
Shut up.
Sound like I hear the person with the problem, but we're blaming the other person. So that's the first problem. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you get used to
blame others
not
for your problems.
I forgot what I was gonna say. You get used to not
being honest with yourself.
I just wanted to be noted that if I interrupt somebody else down the line,
Leanne, Doc, why are we talking about this girl who's a lunatic? She doesn't represent any woman I know. What she's saying is like break up to glow up. She's promoting breakups because you want to be better. This is lunacy.
Well,
right?
she said she wasn't trying to portray that. But
how was she? She was like, girl, your breakup and then your glow up is coming. I'm gonna hold your hand and I'm gonna say you're going to be here. Go sit down. She's sad and mad and want people to be in her breakup. She got broke up with, and she want everybody to be there. That's what happened. She doesn't represent anything.
She got broke up with.
She's the most unhealthy, toxic person I think I've seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. And she's promoting it in a way that almost make women think, you know what? I'm going to be better when I break up. I can just break up because I'm going to get better. And you're not going to get better because unless you get some type of help, some type of intervention to help you through whatever it is that you may be going through. And same with men, it's no different. I'm not going to get better just because I break up. How do I get better? I did nothing to fix anything. So how do I get better? So it doesn't make sense to me. That was just nonsensical. And her, please, I'm going to go put a strike on her thing. I'm just going to start saying she said stuff she didn't say. She said something. So
Ruth said, shut up, Daryl.
Yeah, Ruth is always trying to be a part. What do you think, Ruth, really?
Ruth said, you should not have to break up with someone to be your best self.
Yes.
Right, Ruth. That's what yes. Ding, 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 ding. Why would you have to break up to be the best self? Mm-hmm. Right? The relationship was the problem, or being in whatever it was the problem. You know, I think some delusions are her problem.
I think sometimes you start loving yourself during a relationship and realizing you don't like who's loving you.
Mm-hmm. But that means you're the problem still. You came into it not whole. Mm-hmm. And then through the relationship, you found yourself and said, this isn't for me, but you're still the problem because you weren't whole before you got into that relationship. So if you loved yourself before you got into that relationship, you would have seen early, this is not what I want. And you could be actually in a relationship now that is what you're looking for.
Yeah,
you wasted time by not loving yourself. And I agree. And that's why a lot of us are just running around, traumatizing other people, or even metabolizing their traumas. Now we're taking the new trauma with us to the new person. Now we're traumatizing them more. It's just trauma being passed on, right? And most relationships right now, trauma bonds. We both messed up, but we ain't got the money, so we got to be together because we got to pay these bills.
What? Oh my gosh.
So that's a problem. It can be problematic. But we do have to be healthier as a community. We're just very unhealthy, right? We already have so much trauma just dealing with the world by ourselves. Yeah. Walking around as a man or woman of black
color, yes, we have trauma in our DNA.
Yes. So it's there already, and we are not even addressing that. So how do we really move on when we have a lot of these underlying issues that we haven't dealt with that are creeping up when we're in relationships with other people? Because it's easy to hide some of your traumas when you're by yourself, but now we have somebody in the house that kind of, it's a little more difficult. So we really do have to be healthy. We have to just start really getting help, like talking to people and make it normal to talk to people. It's not you don't talk to people when you're like, they're crazy. They need to. No, you can talk to somebody even if you feel like you're normal. And you might see how there's some things from your past that could be actually just leading your future. Mm-hmm. What you got, man? Give me something else.
All right.
Look at that picture. Look at them cheeks.
I told her I love that picture.
Yeah, look at them cheeks.
It's a very nice picture.
That is very nice. I picked that picture.
Did you?
When I said I think you go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he lying?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo, Leah be lying. Yo, you're a cap star. I was like, that's the one. She was like, oh, you're right. That's what happened.
I'll tell you.
So full of crap.
Leah, she just don't want to give me credit. All right, what do we have?
No, if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me, and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason why I have not left. Okay. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which I don't know if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3, and I still don't know who I am. Mm-hmm. So for me to be like, oh, I can't be myself, or you don't love me for who I am, isn't really fair because I don't know who I am.
So
I don't care what he has to say.
Yeah, but he's silly. But go ahead. What you got, Leanne?
The thing is, so is she wrong for wanting a divorce? Is she saving him, or does she just need therapy?
Well, I don't think you're wrong if you think you want something, right? Because whatever you feel, that's your feelings are valid to you. So, yeah, hey, listen, go out there, find out that there ain't nothing out there. Be free. So, what do you think, man? You posed the question. What do you think?
I think it would behoove her to do 2 sets of counseling. One marriage counseling for the 2 of them, and one personally to figure out what's going on with her and what she got going on. I don't mind her making the decision, but to leave after she's exhausted those avenues, but I don't think she should jump straight in for it because this single life is not where it's at.
Well, the marriage counseling would I think I would put that off, right? I think she needs to figure out some things within herself first, right? Before she brings in that other part. But I guess we can't do both alone. Both. I don't know. I would just say she needs to do single one-on-one therapy first, and then figure out what she wants. How can you do marriage counseling when you don't know who you are, or what you want? I don't know how that would work.
Individual counseling is definitely needed.
Yes.
For her to figure out who she is now, because we change, we grow,
right.
Things happen. So she does need to figure out who she is now and what she wants. Because you're right, Daryl, she can't relay that to her husband if she doesn't know what it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, now, like Lee said, after she does therapy and she figures out, well, this is who I am, these are the things I need, and my husband can't give me that, then she's, talking about divorce might be on the table after she gives him an opportunity to step up or not. Yes.
So, step up to what? She's the problem. She got married at 22.
I'm not saying he's the problem. I'm saying that once she figures out who she is and what she wants, she can relay that to her husband. And if it's different than what he expects, he has a decision to make. He can say, all right, I'll meet these expectations, or nah, I don't want to be bothered. But she has to tell him, you cannot have expectations on a person and then act on those expectations without telling them what they are.
Right. and it sounds like she grew up. But she said she married 10 years. She's 32, so she got married at 22,
Very
had 3
young.
kids.
Yes,
so
very
she probably missed a big part of that chunk of that life where you're outside doing different things. So she may feel like, I'm 32, I haven't did anything. I've been a mom. She had 3 kids, 22. She's probably been a mom, most of that. Now the kids are probably 6, 7, and they don't need her as much. So she's getting that kind of like, even though it's not an empty nest, it's kind of like she's not needed as much by the kids. So maybe it's like, what do I do with this free time?
Bruce said she's a dumb ass. Set that man free.
Well, so she's not, right? She's just young. She's maturing. And like I said, we changed. Who she was at 22, at 32, it's got to be very different as a mother of 3. So her life has changed. So I think that just her recognizing and answering these questions are great. I hope she gets to the answer of, I need some therapy. I need help figuring this out. I can't do it myself. And even then, I think you do like to tell the husband, because she's probably acting indifferent to him as well. You can't hide that. That's coming out. Say, listen, I'm kind of going through some things, and I'm gonna go to therapy to work them out. So at least he knows, like, okay, there's something going on. So he's not feeling weird that you're moving differently. You're kind of not doing what you've been doing. So like, okay. You're going to therapy. Okay, is there anything I can do? Hopefully, ask that. No, let me get there. Cool. And then, like you said, after she goes to therapy for a little bit and finds out who she is and what she wants, then they can sit down and say, hey, look, this is what I like. This is what I need. Can we do this? And see if he will acquiesce or not. And then maybe do some couples. So yes, I think that that would be the way to go.
But to just go to him and say, I want a divorce, he's like, what? Where'd that come from?
Right. He'd be blindsided. And it'd be tough. You have 3 kids. You want that on top of everything else. Like now being divorced, living on your own, having the kids part-time and finding somewhere else to live, or even PDDs, that's a whole different world too. Because you've been with this man for 10 years, 22 to 32, that's a big chunk of your adult life. Now you're going to life without them. And you're not even sure if he's the problem or I'm the problem, or if it's just, or is this just growing pain? So that would be really silly to do. And like Leanne said, this outside life ain't outside. It ain't what they think.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, they think the bread a whole bunch of hot juiciness out here, hot juicy peaches like Holly Berry.
Bruce says
a bunch of razor blades.
You can't even get to the peach. Actually, there's gonna be so much nonsense you can't even make it to that.
Ruth said, seriously, without the personal therapy, no man will fit the bill.
Right.
Yeah, she needs to figure it out.
Yeah, that's tough. But like I said, I'm glad that she's actually even aware of kind of what's going on and answering these questions. Some people will just keep sitting there and not really understanding, not saying, and then it blows up to something different.
And like you said, moving different in the relationship. Because you start to have some resentment for him. He doesn't even know why you're acting the way that you're acting, Well.
Yeah, it's tough. But at least like that, and that's where therapy will help a lot. Because whatever it is, going to help you on your journey. And whether you're alone or with someone else, it's going to help you kind of better and help navigate this life. Great, Leanne, what you got?
All right, this is the last one.
Okay.
It says, my husband cheated 6 times, but I forgave him because I love him. The problem now is that he is HIV positive. And I also did test and it came out negative. Now I'm thinking of leaving him before he infects me. But deep down, I love my husband. What should I do?
Jeez.
Leah, please, with these dumb posts.
What?
Please. This post is retarded. Well, this post is silly because again, you said he cheated a lot and he contracted something while cheating. What do you love?
She loves him.
But she don't like we
I
talked about
mean,
this earlier. She
that would
don't
be
love
my
herself.
question. You love
She
why?
don't love herself. Yeah,
Why?
she don't love herself.
Why? What do you love more about him than you?
Right. And God gave you an out by saying you're negative.
Well, you know, she
Right.
got to get that breakup glow up going.
No. This ain't about breakup glow up. This is breakup health. Right. I don't want to contract this thing that you got out here in the streets. It wasn't like, and you didn't even give me the option to know what was going on. While you're out here slanging all over town disrespectfully, mind you, you're bringing things home because he knows he got a dummy at home. That's why he's doing it. He knows he had a dummy because he told you that he had this, and you're still there. What? That's wild. And if you're still having sex with him, while you're wild. I don't think she likes herself, and she needs therapy. And no, really, she needs therapy, and she needs to get tested again because it's 30 days and window doesn't count. So she needs to get tested back to back to make sure she don't have it.
But if she has it, does the advice change?
No, the advice. Well, if she has it, I'm like, well, this is what you deserve. You earned.
Oh
this.
man, there.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute, Doc. If your man is cheating, you know he's cheating. You stay with him. You're putting yourself at risk. I get if you say something happened one time, you're like, yo, listen, we're not gonna do it again. She said he cheated 6 times. At a certain time, you got to say you don't love or care about me because you keep doing this, and obviously you keep getting caught and you're telling me. It doesn't make sense. I have to choose me at a certain point, right? Because I don't want to come home to nothing. I don't want you. I don't want to be on ATT with you. That's for you. You can have it. You know. So at a certain point, if you stay, then you that's on you. So you earn that because you have to wait. Even now, you have it out. You're negative. God said, "I'm gonna make sure you're negative." Hey, let me touch your sister. You're negative, and you're still like, "Well, should I stay? Should I go?" Like, stay. I tell her to stay, please. Ain't no reason to leave at this point. Go ahead. Because something's wrong. I see you thinking, Doc. What are you thinking?
And it's great. No, I was thinking about a story I watched last week, and I think is one of them ID or it wasn't Lifetime because it was real, like ID channel, like Sleeping with the Enemy or something, where this guy had HIV and he was just deliberately spreading it around to all these different women. He ended up going to jail eventually, but he was deliberately having. I mean, where did he find so many to have unprotected sex with? Is what I'm like baffled by.
I don't know who. Okay, I'm not.
I'm like,
stop that statement.
He infected tens of women.
Doc, who's using condoms these days?
It should be everyone. If you're not in a, even if so, whatever. I'm not. Oh man. It just reminds me of when COVID was still prevalent. And you go in places that people don't have masks.
Have a mask. Exactly.
That tells me everything I need to know about you. Because
people
you
are
don't
living
care
on
about
the edge.
yourself. So I know you don't care about me.
So, but I think that the problem is we think we're invincible. Or you're like, she looks too good to have anything.
True. I've heard
you know,
that.
I think people lie to themselves in those situations. Or like you don't want to stop and like, oh, let me get this because she might change her mind. We're going down, let's go. Full steam ahead. I think people.
But and I'm thinking as a dude, shouldn't you be suspicious if a woman is like, hey, yeah, come on, you don't need no condom? Shouldn't you be suspicious?
Usually they don't say you don't need a condom. They just don't stop you from putting it in. But I mean that goes both ways. Should she be suspicious that you just putting her penis in it? Nobody's suspicious.
Nobody's
Or nobody's suspicious or has enough wherewithal to say anything. Right? Nobody's saying anything because when he's sticking it in, you're like, she'll let me do it, she'll let me do it. Oh, I'm in here. Oh, oh, I'm in here. Oh. So
everybody look too good to have it. Men and women, everybody look too good.
Well, a lot of times too. I mean, when you're all, and I can only speak for men, some men, but when you're all in that mode, you're all sexed up. You don't think till you come, and that's legit. But when you come, like right as you're coming, you're like, I can't believe I just came in. As you're doing it, you're like, I can't believe I didn't use the condom. And then we get to go to the bathroom and put some alcohol on our penis, like that's going to stop something from happening. But I've heard many people do the alcohol like right afterwards to think that's going to stop something. So I think it's just that, our unawareness, our not really, just wanting it so bad. Again, when you're all hyped up and sometimes you don't think. So I don't know what it is for women, but I know for men, you just don't think sometimes. But I know I've been on quite a few occasions. I can't believe I did that. And I'm going to do it again tomorrow. I don't know. We're already here, so why stop? Like, it ain't going to change. I got it now. Leanne, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, she should go.
She should have went a long time ago because he doesn't respect her, I don't believe, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of respect that's not there. It's not like it happened one time. She said it 6 times, right, if I'm not mistaken.
She don't care about you, girl.
Yeah. But again, I think she don't care about her.
No, true.
There's something going on with her where she feels like this is the only man she can get. This is the only person that's going to love me like this. Like being alone is a problem, it seems like. Because what would make you stay in a situation like that? It's crazy.
Ruth said, never heard of alcohol on a PP. Wow.
Because you don't have a PP. What are we talking about?
Well, let the men know it does nothing.
It sterilizes the penis. It kills all the germs.
Except for the ones that creeped up into your urethra.
Well, that's why you gotta pee. You gotta pee it out. You gotta pee it out immediately. So you gotta alcohol and pee. That's the 2 things you do, fellas. After you have sex, a lot of alcohol in penis and pee immediately.
Stop giving that bad advice.
So sometimes you can pee in her, like just let it go right there. I'm just saying, you gotta get it out. You gotta make sure you get it out.
Oh my
God. Sterilize her as well. So it's like 2 in 1. You just help her out.
A mess.
I'm just safe sex practices trying to help you guys out there.
The worst. The worst advice ever.
But to be honest, that's why I think the STD rates and things of that nature are going up because people are not people are using alcohol in hopes and prayers. That's what we do. We use hopes and prayers and alcohols, and we're seeing that that's not really working well.
Alcohol, hopes and prayers. You're probably right though.
It is. I'm telling you, alcohol and prayers, because you hear it so much when guys are talking about it, they're like, we're not using condoms. Well, who's using condoms? I don't know. So they're having where I hear guys having these conversations, and
wow,
it's like, well, no, a little bit.
That's crazy.
A little bit.
Chlamydia and gonorrhea.
Have we're running out of strands to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. But that's it, Leanne. I didn't realize what time it was. It was great. This is the gang right here. You know what I mean? The gang right here. This show went great. Might be one of the best shows we ever had.
You don't do that.
I know.
Don't do that.
Man.
So stupid. Wrap it up.
Terrible.
Exactly. Leanne said wrap it up. Talking to you, fellas. We want you to wrap it up. Okay? We also want ladies to say, hey, stop. Just because he's handsome or cute, don't let him do it. You can tell him to put something on there too. Mm-hmm. Or not.
Or get the female condom for yourself.
Wait, but does that protect them from things, or that to stop them for pregnancies?
No, it protects you from STDs supposedly as well. Yeah.
Oh,
if you use a
okay.
female condom and use spermicide as well, you double protect yourself. If you, I mean, I was gonna say if you can't get them to use a condom, but if you can't get them to use a condom, you should probably just say no, dude.
Right.
I'm not doing it. I'm not.
You also can put the spermicide on his penis, and he can put it in you, and that can stop everything as well. Listen, I got all the tips for you. I'm trying to help you guys out. You know, if you want that real feeling, just put the spermicide on your penis and put it right in. Everything's taken care of.
Ruth said, "Ew." Shut up, Daryl.
A mess. Please don't listen to him. You know, the show is for entertainment purposes only. We're not giving out real advice on anything.
Yeah. I mean, if you want your penis to fall off or get her pregnant, just put spermicide on your penis. It'll work well for you. No, really, just be safe out there. You know, whatever you do, lock your car doors and house doors. Just be safe. All right, so everybody,
People are more protective of those things than they are their private parts.
I know it's so interesting that I don't know how it doesn't equate that this is really serious and this could, like, you can get something that lasts forever, and that's not enough to stop people from getting the hot, juicy, wet that Holly Berry was talking about in the beginning of the show.
Ruth said, "Keep up with that bad advice. You won't have a tip."
And to be honest, it's all fun and games until something happens. So really protect yourself and talk to your partner. And if you guys can't talk about sex, I think we said this a long time. If you guys can't talk about certain things, you shouldn't be doing it. If you can't talk about, let's go to the doctor. When's the last time you've been tested? We can go get tested together. If you can't have those conversations or you're not confident enough, you should not be having sex. And fellas, don't believe when she had paperwork, like I got papers, I can show you. I know that trick. You print that off the internet. We gotta go to the doctor's again.
That's what the boy did on the show. He told that I was watching. He told the girl that his paperwork was negative and she never saw it.
Yeah. So for me, if someone said they have paperwork and it's available, we're done.
Yeah,
I know that trick. I know it's gonna fall off immediately. Like you're fired. Like I can feel the heat. So no. I'm cool. I need to see your lab. Go to LabCorp and open it up and put your passport and let me see your shit because it's right in your LabCorp. Okay, and it can't be from 2010 either. Like in 2010, I was good. What? No. But we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It was a great show. We do miss Ruth and Vaughn. They won't get paid. I don't know what happened. Just know they're going to be in trouble. We're going to talk to them later. Also, hey, everybody, please go to the YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Please let the YouTube grow. We really appreciate it. Also, our Facebook group is growing, commenting, posting. It's somewhere you can comment on different things. It's a really welcoming group. And it's a safe space. You can kind of say what you want and nobody's on you. So it's great. It's great dialogue there. So come get your learn on. And I'm there. So I'll be there to lead you in any conversations we have. Whatever you need, I'm here. So we want to thank everybody for joining us. We will be back next week at 8 o'clock. And that's it, Leanne. Do your thing. Hit the button.